All right, Lord knows. What an awesome song. I love this song. Anyways, it starts off with tapping, which is, you can never go wrong when you start a song off with tapping on the bass. It's so cool. Anyways, I'm starting right here on the 17th fret. I got my two fingers and I'm putting them on the first and the second fret, or first and the second string on the fourth, on the 17th fret. Then I move my pointer finger down, one fret down. So where I was at 17, 17, now I'm at 16, 17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Then I bring the other one down to 16. So I got 17, 17, 16, 17, 16, 16. Then I bring in this hand. That's coming down on the 5th fret on the 4th string. And that goes up to the 7th fret on the 3rd string, and then the 6th fret on the 3rd string. Then I do a little part and go to the A, or the 5th fret on the 4th string. I basically play what I was tapping before, but now I'm just picking it. Staccato kind of feel. Actually, I'm sorry, it goes. Then I do a hammer on. I open the A, or the 3rd string, and I hammer the 9th fret. The 7th frets. Hard for me. And then I go down to that 6th fret. Do it again. Hammer on. I'll hammer on to the 7th. Then I repeat the rotation. Now I play this pretty aggressive. It's definitely a fortissimo. It's definitely at least a forte, but I think it's a fortissimo, which means in Italian or music terms, as loud as possible, or forte is loud. So issimo as possible. I play it probably a fortissimo, but with control of staccato, which means real quick accent. Means you pick up, you stop. You hit it and then you stop. It's just a real fast accented note, what a staccato is. And how I get that effect is that not only do I push down and pick up on the natural note that I'm playing, but with the other 3 fingers I come down and I mute them as fast as I'm picking the finger up. So I get the real, clean as possible staccato while I'm like picking that really hard. The second half of the verse is kind of, we just go down to the 4th. So what we're doing is we go down, we do the same exact figure, which is 5th fret, 7th fret, 6th fret, but they're a string apart. You got the 4th fret, or the 4th string on the 5th fret. Then you go down to the 3rd string, do the 7th, and then the 6th. Same thing, but I'm going to move the whole figure one whole string down. So now I got the 5th fret on the 3rd string. I got 7 and 6 on the 2nd string. And then that's a little turnaround right before we hit another turnaround that introduces the chorus. So that's the turnaround. It's actually like the ending of the bridge, or the ending of the verse, and then that's our turnaround. So our turnaround is on the fourth string, 2, 4, 5, and then on the 3rd string it's 3. And it's a 16th note pattern, 1 and a 2 and a, or triplet, 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 bap. So it's a triplet, 8th note triplets. Da 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 ba da ba da 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 triplet, 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 bap. Then the chorus starts on the 5th fret, 4th string, goes down chromatically till it gets to the 2nd string. 5, 4, 3, 2. I come back up on the 3rd fret. I just hit 1 note. Now that one, so there's 2 halves of the chorus. First one, I go down chromatically from the 5th fret down to the 2nd fret. The second time, I do the 5th fret, the 4th fret on the 4th string, then I jump up to the 3rd fret on the 3rd string, then down to the 2nd fret. Now we're back into the verse. So it's actually like a re-intro to the verse. So I'm doing that same thing with the 17-17 on the 1st and 2nd, 16-17 1st and 2nd, then 16-16 on the 1st and 2nd, while I'm playing the 5th fret on the 4th string. So the 7 to the 6 again, which is the whole figure basically of all the verse in this part. Then we do this little fill. So what we got in that fill, we got 7 and 6 on the 3rd string. Then we go down from, on the 4th string, we go down from 7, 6 to 5. And then we go from 6, 7, and then 6 on the 3rd string. So 7, 6, 3rd string, 7, 6, 5 on the 4th string, 6, 7 on the 4th string, 6 on the 3rd string. Pretty cool part. It was actually taken from the original version of Never Meant. I think Never Meant had 3 versions, and one of them was really, I mean, we were really trying to prove ourselves as musicians more than we were as songwriters at the time when we wrote the first Never Meant. It was pretty wacky. So that's one of the parts, one little break that we had to end up, we didn't throw away the whole song, but it was completely different, and that was borrowed from one of those parts that we originally wrote back in the day. So anyways, getting on. So we're back to the... And that's one other thing I failed to mention in the first bridge. I do a little slide to get back to repeat over starting on the 5th fret again on the E string. I do a little, forgot to mention that, but that's what's there. Second time we interrupt the verse with a little. So all that is 5th fret on the 4th string to the 5th of the chord, which is the 7th of the 3rd string. Then we're back in. That's all we do. The only thing that we do different between the 2nd and the 1st verse. This is all the same. Now, on this chorus, I do something a little different before we go to the bridge, or the breakdown before the bridge. Is I do, I'll show you when we get there. So it's the same notes, but I just changed the picking pattern where I'm doing the dun dun da dun gum bum ba bum. I go bum bum ba dum bum bum ba bum bum, because me and Mike hit together. We go into a full on. So that's the only difference that we do on the second chorus, is that we're going to get into the next part a little differently. So right back to the same thing as the intro, and that only happens once. But what we're doing is we're doing that. Sorry, I say once and two fingers, but that's not what we're only doing it once. But we're just doing exactly what we did at the beginning intro. 17, 17, 16, 17, 16, 16. Now we do the bridge. Okay, what we got? 5 on the 4th string. 5, 7, 8. And then we got on the 3rd string 5, 6, 7. And then we're into the riff, to the next riff. So that first half of that riff, E, or 7th fret on the 3rd string to 7th fret of the 2nd string, down to 6 of the 3rd string, back to that 7 again. Now I come up to the 9th fret. 9th fret on the 3rd string, and I go to the 10th fret of the 2nd string. So we got the 9th to the 10th, and then we go 10, 10, and then 12, 13. Do that a couple times, and then when I come back into that part, I slide down. When I hit the last time, slide down into the chorus. But it's a horn buildup, so I do the same thing twice. I don't go up to that high, that 3rd on the 3rd string, the first 2 times. Now that's when the singing comes in. Is the 3rd time. I go down again. So it's 3 times in a row I go chromatically down rather than go up to that C or that 3rd fret on the 3rd string. So that's what happens after those 3 rotations. Do the same thing as what we did at the end of the chorus the 2nd time. So I do that rotation. That happens twice too. Then the last one. So I go from 5, 4 on the 4th string, and then I actually don't slap it. 5, 4, 3, and then the song's done. Pretty simple song. The only thing that's it's not really such a tongue twister, but it's kind of hard to do that many notes in that tempo quickly and get it really clean. I'm out of practice, so I'm not playing it that well. But if you play it more, or if you care to play it more, you'll build it up and you eventually get it. It's a good exercise for doing stuff like that, just like how SS recognizes. It builds up that kind of, that 16th note quick thing that It kind of like, it just helps you work on something like that. So that might be something you might want to dig into if you don't really care to like sit there and jam to the whole song. It could end up being just like a little exercise that it's a lot better to do an exercise that you actually envision the music than it is to just sit down and do like an exercise, because at that point it feels like homework. So that might help you there. Anyways, if you have any questions about the song, feel free to hit me up. Email tyzamoramusic@gmail.com. I got a couple more requests coming in. I think I have about 3 more songs to do. So if you guys want to keep the requests coming, I'll get to them as soon as possible, and I'll try to have these one up as soon as possible. Thanks for listening. Thanks for checking out the video. See you on the next tune.